In this video, I'll guide you through how to use Google Workspace with its new AI-powered features so you can get more done with less manual effort. Google Workspace has evolved from a simple collection of apps like Docs, Sheets, and Gmail into a connected ecosystem centered around Gemini, Google's built-in AI assistant. Instead of treating each tool separately, the modern way to work in Google Workspace is to think of Gemini as a collaborative partner that can help you draft, analyze, and automate tasks across your files and emails. Let's start with Google Docs, because that's where a lot of writing and planning happens. When you open a document, you'll notice an option called Help Me Create. This is where Gemini comes in. Rather than starting from a blank page, you can ask Gemini to generate a first draft for you. For example, if you're writing a proposal, a summary, or a report, you can briefly describe what you need, and Gemini will create a structured draft you can refine. One of the most powerful parts of this feature is that it can pull context from your existing work in Gmail or Google Drive. That means if you've already exchanged emails about a project or you have related documents saved, Gemini can use that information to create a more tailored draft. You don't have to copy and paste details from different places. The system can bring everything together for you as long as you give it permission and you're working within your own account. Another useful option in Docs is match writing style. Let's say you've written proposals or reports before and you want a new document to sound consistent with your previous work. Instead of rewriting everything yourself, you can ask Gemini to adjust the tone and structure of the new draft to match your existing style. This is especially helpful if you're creating similar documents over time and want them to feel cohesive, whether they're internal memos, client proposals, or standardized updates. As you review the AI-generated content, remember that you stay in control. Treat it as a starting point, not a final product. Read through the draft, check any facts or numbers, and edit wording so it fits your voice and your organization's needs. The real benefit is that you skip the blank page phase and move straight into refining and improving. Now let's move over to Google Sheets, where Gemini can save you a lot of time on repetitive data work. In Sheets, you'll see an option called Fill with Gemini. This is designed to automate patterns based on a small sample of data. Imagine you have a list of customer reviews. You manually label the first few as positive or negative. Normally, you'd have to continue that process for hundreds of rows. With Fill with Gemini, you highlight the range, indicate the pattern, and let Gemini extrapolate your labels across the rest of the data set. For example, if you've categorized 5 reviews, Gemini can analyze those and then apply the same logic to the remaining 500, marking each one as positive or negative based on the wording. This can be incredibly helpful for feedback analysis, support tickets, survey responses, and any situation where you need quick categorization at scale. As with Docs, always review the results, scan through the filled columns, spot check entries, and correct anything that looks off. The goal is to let Gemini handle the bulk of the work while you focus on judgment and accuracy. By using Help Me Create and Match Writing Style in Docs and Fill with Gemini in Sheets, you're tapping into the new AI-centered way of working in Google Workspace. Instead of doing every step manually, you're directing the system, reviewing its output, and spending your time where it matters most.